As a football lover, have you ever been curious about the things that are banned in King Sport? Don't hesitate. Let's find out things that are banned in football with WowScore. We know football by its beauty and entertainment, but the important factor that creates beauty is the improvised and skillful techniques of the players on the pitch. One of them is the seal dribble skill, which starts with the players tossing the ball from the ground to their heads, then moving the lifting ball with their heads, like a seal playing with the ball. However, today this beautiful technique is considered teasing and disrespectful to the opponent. On the contrary, it will also endanger the players when performing this technique, typically in this situation. And of course, you won't be surprised if the referee gives you a card when you perform this in an official match. Green colour will be banned in the players' uniforms. This seems very unreasonable, right? But you heard right. That is a new rule introduced by the organisers of Serie A since the beginning of the 2022 season, when television stations reported that teams using green jerseys were easily confused with the colour of grass. Spectators have difficulty watching players wearing green jerseys to play the match, especially those who are colourblind. In the long term, this will affect the overall quality of the tournament. In Serie A, there are some clubs like Juventus, Fiorentina or Lazio, etc. that used green for their away kits. But for Sassuolo, this is a difficult thing when their traditional jersey has green and black. Kangaroo leather is the material used for high-end shoes all over the world. Its characteristic is softness, giving players a better ball sense. Some shoe models include Nike's Tiempo 9 Elite or Adidas's Predator Edge 94 Plus. In the USA, after many campaigns to say no to products from Kangaroo, an international campaign called Kangaroos Are Not Shoes was launched. Hundreds of animal rights activists held protests in New York City, standing in front of major sports companies such as Nike and Adidas to protest the production of shoes with kangaroo leather. This is part of the global campaign Kangaroos Are Not Shoes. The British superstar David Beckham stated that he would not use his Adidas shoes made of kangaroo leather and changed to the shoes made of synthetic materials after watching a video of a kangaroo being killed. In 2023, two famous sports companies, Puma and Nike, also announced to stop using kangaroo leather in the production of their shoes.
We got distracted a little, but Puma and Nike have announced that they will stop using kangaroo leather to make their football boots. Australian shoemakers have criticised the move, saying the brands will regret using synthetic alternatives instead. So joining us live now from...
Becoming popular around the world since the 2010 World Cup, vuvuzela blowing is the traditional cheering style of South Africa's fans. According to research from the University of Pretoria in 2010, a vuvuzela trumpet had the ability to make noise up to 120 decibels, higher than car hooters, engine drums, and even louder than airplane engines. This sound level has been considered dangerous and can cause temporary hearing loss for people standing at a distance of 2 meters. And imagine what it would be like when the whole stadium at the World Cup blew a few thousand vuvuzelas at the same time. At the 2014 World Cup, the vuvuzela was on the list of banned objects to bring onto the pitch, which will help the spectators and players be freed from the annoying woo sound of this trumpet. The feeling after scoring a goal in football is indescribable. However, there are players who perform extremely offensive celebratory movements or intentionally allude to certain sensitive, controversial events. In 1999, Everton fans made up a story about Robbie Fowler using drugs to mock the Liverpool star. Responding to the unjust accusations from Everton fans in the Merseyside derby, taking the opportunity after a goal from a penalty spot, Robbie Fowler celebrated in a four-legged crawling position and acted
inhaling drugs.
After this sensitive situation, he was fined £60,000 and suspended for 4 matches by the organisers for his actions. Surely you still remember these dancing and provocative moves of the Australian goalkeeper in the Interconfederation playoff for the 2022 World Cup against Peru, right? Or in another situation of Emiliano Martinez at the 2022 World Cup. The Argentina goalkeeper is famous for his tricks in penalty shootout. After many typical situations like Martinez, IFAB, which is the agency responsible for football rules, has announced changes to the rules related to penalty situations. According to the new rule, goalkeepers will be prohibited from performing actions such as dancing, gesturing, touching the crossbar or goalpost to distract their opponent before the penalty shot. According to FIFA regulations, all types of jewellery such as necklaces, rings, bracelets, earrings are banned, and players must remove them before entering the pitch. However, French defender Jules Koundé seems to be a bit superstitious. This moment also made French coach Deschamps angry and criticised his player. It is necessary for players to use neck scarves to protect themselves at matches in cold weather. We have seen famous players like Samir Nasri or Carlos Tevez use them to keep warm during playing the match. However, after the debates about whether it was dangerous or not, for example when that player is running at full speed and a player on your team tackles and pulls the towel, it will be extremely dangerous. Finally, after much discussion, FIFA issued a ban on accessories that could be dangerous for players on the pitch, including neck scarves. According to FIFA's regulations, brands' images in players' jerseys in official football tournaments must not be larger than 20 square centimetres. Perhaps this is the reason why goalkeepers often have to wear bandages to cover the brand logo to comply with competition standards. A similar thing happened with Saint-Maximin. For those who regularly watch the French player can easily see that he always plays with a headband on his head. While playing for Newcastle, he had to put bandages on his £180 headband to cover up the Gucci brand because it violated Premier League sponsorship rules. However, in the end, what will be will be. The French star has been banned from wearing a headband by the Premier League organisers. Saint-Maximin wearing a headband is considered against the Premier League's dress code regulations. Regarding the issue of playing jerseys, let's go back to 2002 when the Cameroon national team won the Africa Cup of Nations wearing tank tops. However, FIFA was not impressed as they thought it looked more like a vest than a playing jersey and asked Cameroon not to use this shirt in the 2002 World Cup. And then, Cameroon came to the tournament in Japan and Korea wearing a blue vest with 2 black sleeves sewn on. 2 years after the above incident, Cameroon once again angered FIFA with their jersey design. Samuel Eto'o and his teammates wore a jumpsuit during the Africa Cup of Nations. This was their provocation against FIFA, and this time FIFA fined Cameroon a huge amount of $154,000 and deducted 6 points in the 2006 World Cup qualifiers. I wonder if any team is brave enough to wear outfits like this at the World Cup anymore. Flares are completely banned in official matches all over the world, according to FIFA rules. However, the appearance of flares in football matches is not uncommon. Over the years, some football leagues, including Serie A, Ligue 1, have often been filled with the strong smell of fireworks, with many matches even having to be postponed or cancelled because of flares. One of the most prominent flare incidents was the quarter-final second leg of the 2004-2005 Champions League season between Inter Milan and AC Milan at San Siro Stadium. After Inter was denied a goal, the Nerazzurri's extreme fans started throwing flares onto the pitch, disrupting the match. The uncivilized actions of a part of Inter's fans caused Nerazzurri to be defeated by UEFA against AC Milan with a score of 0-3, paying a fine of up to $248,600, along with 6 home matches without spectators. Those are banned things in King Sport. Which regulation surprised you the most? Please leave your comments below in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the latest videos.